This video is going to show you how to put the pre-service videos together and have them work in conjunction with the countdown clock. What we want to do is get about 10 minutes, 12 minutes range of videos put together before each service. Anything longer than that is going to be too long, just with all the things that we have to do between the time the band is rehearsing, starting at 10:30, making sure all the songs are ready to go, making sure we have the sound, lighting, everything set. So I would shoot for a 10 to 12 minute range. First thing you want to do is turn down this little twisty here for pre-service. Make sure you got that section open. And we're going to add a video file. So we click and drop that video file element up here. And I'm doing this on my home computer, but I've got the folder set up like we do at church. So at church we've got a shoutable library, within it are videos, and then a file underneath that is the pre-service videos. This is the folder where Scott's been putting our videos for the service, the music videos. I've put a few random videos in there just to use as demonstration. So I'm going to click this solitary place as my first video, and if I single click it, you see over here where it says out, that's the actual length of the video, 2 minutes and 19 seconds. So I'm going to write that down because I'm going to need that in a little bit. Then I can either double click it on here or I can click select and it'll put it up here into my script. Now for these videos to run from one to the next, we need to make sure that the advance mechanism is set correctly. If you go into the video or into the video element and click on Q, down here where it says advance, see how it says end of FG? That's end of foreground. That is what we want. Most of the time we have manual, and what manual means is the script will not go to the next slide unless we manually advance it, and that's when we either click on something or we hit the space bar. End of FG is telling it as soon as this script item is done, go to the next script item. And that's what we want to do, so you'll see the videos flow from one to the next. I click OK. Another way to check on that is right up here, this little icon. If I hover over it, you see how it says end of foreground advance? That's goodness. And the icon itself is different. I'm going to change it here to manual just to show you. Watch how it changes. See how it's this black with a little down arrow? That little icon means manual advance, not what we want. End of FG. Okay, I'm going to add another video in, and this time I'm going to add King of Glory. I single click it. I see it's 6 minutes and 25 seconds. I write that down. I know now that I got about 8 minutes and 40 seconds already of videos. I'm ready, so I'm going to select it. I check my Q advance and it says right here end of foreground, so that's good. I'm going to grab another one, and this time I'm going to get anytime. And this one says 143. Now if I'm doing my math right, that comes out to about 10 minutes and 27 seconds for the three of them, and I think that's going to be plenty. So now what I'm going to do, first make sure that I have in advance again, because it's critical on this one, because when this video is done, we want it to naturally go right into our welcome screen. So I've got 10 minutes and 27 seconds of video. What I'm going to do is come down here to the clock, the countdown timer. I'm going to put 10 minutes and I'm going to round it to 30 seconds. Whoops, 30 seconds. And I'm going to put it on the display. So we're over here where it says key off, I need to click on that and it turns yellow. And you see over here now on the right hand side, my cursor doesn't show up there, but if you see on the right hand side, you see 10 minutes and 30 seconds. That hasn't started yet because I haven't told it to start. What I'm going to do is now I'm going to wait until 10:48 a.m. and 30 seconds, and I always go off the clock on the computer. So at 10:48 or so, I'm going to start this video on this timer. So when it's time, I start my video by double clicking on it, and then I click play down here for my video, or for my timer. And you see now my timer's going and my videos are going. And through the miracle of advancing the videos, I'm showing you the tail end of how it flows right into the welcome. So obviously I had my timing off by a few seconds, but still close enough, and that gives a visual cue to the band and to the pastor that we're ready to go and everything's set for the start of the service. Once you go to 0, come over, click the little icon from yellow to blue, the clock goes away, and we're ready to rock and roll into our welcome and our first song, or however the service plays out that day. I hope that helps.